Okay, so I've changed the bolt down there, that's on. I've hammered in the retaining bolt, which is that one. You can see the spring goes around it, that's now holding that on. I've just torqued up the clutch basket to 75. Now I need to do this one to about 80. I think it's 80 on that one. I'm going to attempt. You can use copper or aluminium, jam it in there, or I'm going to try for a bit of cloth and see if I can't. I can always pick it out if it doesn't work. The other way. So that's jamming the gears. Hopefully this is going to work. Let's turn that on. Right, I've got it set really low at the minute. I've got it set on to about 10, but it wants to be about 80. 39. 45. 50. Can't see it. I'm on 61 at the moment. I want to get to 80. 69. 72. I think the cloth just went through. Yeah, right, the cloth's going through now. I'm on 72. See if I can't get the cloth out. Right. Nice. Is 72 enough? I don't know. I'm reluctant to put any metals in there, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to give it one more go with the cloth. Come on, girl. I seem to be stuck on 72. I don't want to bust the gears up either. So, I need to get a bit of aluminium or copper. Alright, let's try this. Piece of aluminium in there. That's a bit weird. Right, that's it, 80. That's what I'm after. Look at that. Completely chewed the aluminium up. Sacrificial. So, I'm just checking there for any debris. That looks good. Now I've got to fold these tabs over to lock those in place. Those ones and that one. So, clutch basket on, clutch is on. I've adjusted the adjuster, which is that center part there. Basically, I don't know if you know, but you see that there's a little notch on the frame there, on the case there, and that's the clutch arm. The point of that is supposed to line up with that, which it did when I adjusted that. I just put some cable ties on there to pull it back for when I fit it, so it's in place and out the way. So now it's just a case of putting a gasket on, and then I put some more assembly lube, spread it around in there, just to, that's what the green stuff is, just to give it some oil in there for when I turn it over a little bit. Gasket, there's the gasket, genuine Yamaha one. I don't know if you're supposed to. This is something I've always done. I just oil my fingers and I run it over the paper, cardboard, just to give it some moisture in there. Just something my dad taught me years ago. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. It's something I've always done. What I think it helps with is when you take one off, you unbolt it again afterwards. After a while, you can unbolt it and it won't be all stuck to the aluminium, and you can reuse it again, basically. I think that's what the difference is. Anyway, that's what I do. Make sure your dowels are in place, one there and one there, which was still on the other cases, didn't notice. I've already put the oil filter inside. Clean this up. Make sure there's no rubbish on that that's going to scratch the new seal that I've put in there for the kickstart. It should just more or less drop into place. If it doesn't, something's wrong. Take it off and have a look. Now I just put all the bolts in. Talking about that bolts, so whenever I take anything apart, I always make a pattern up, make a rough idea of what it looks like, how they are, and I always put the same bolts in the same holes, always. Because sometimes, there you go, you can see through there, sometimes they're different sizes, so that one's longer than that one, they're the same, those two are longer, that one's longer than that one, that's a longer one, again, that's a longer one. There's a reason being they're drilled out different depths in the case, and if you put the wrong one in, you put a long one and a short one, it will strip the thread. So always do that. It's probably the #1 top tip for taking anything apart like this. Put them back in the holes. Make sure you're putting them in the right ones. See that? I've drawn that there. That's that. I'll tell you what I will do actually. I'm going to put, let me have a look at those. What have I already done that? I'm going to put some copper slip on these threads, if I haven't already done it. No, I haven't. Right, so this stuff, copperies, it basically stops the threads from seizing up. So just put a little smudge on there, put it in there. You'll never have another seized bolt again if you've got to take it apart, ever. You've got to remember it might be you being the one taking it apart in the future. It also stops the bolts rusting. I always use it. It's not particularly expensive. I've probably had this tub, was it half empty? I've probably had this tub 20 years because you don't put much on at all. You can get it in a spray can, but to be honest with you, it's a load of shite. Just get this, the real stuff. There we go. Now I'm going to torque these down. I get them all roughly in place so they're just touching, and then I'll torque them down, and I'll do them in opposite directions. So I'll do that one, then 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 that one, you know, and just spread it around so you're not doing one side. So I'll get on with doing that. Okay, so here's where I'm at the moment. I've just put the side cover on. Now these cases I bought second hand. I found out by tightening them up, which obviously they came hand tight loose. That one's been stripped, so I need to repair that one, and that one's been stripped, so I need to repair that one, which is a fucking nightmare, which means I'm probably going to have leaks now. I'm very likely going to carry on, get it testing. If I get leaks, I get leaks. I will repair them, but I can do that on the engine. When it's in place, I'll just take the cover off and do it in situ. So yeah, engine is rebuilt. Hopefully it's going to work all right.